it's Lizzie. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on this live stream. This is one of the most important topics to me. If you are brand new, I have bipolar disorder type 1, which means I have more extreme manic high up periods than people with bipolar 2 who have more depression episodes. So that's a little background on me. Also, I've been on YouTube for almost 10 years. I grew up with YouTube. I watched so many people's videos, and so I've noticed trends through the years where almost every YouTuber has at some point some sort of mental illness type symptoms. And some people, it's like a definitive diagnosis, like you have bipolar genetically. Other times it's situational depression, anxiety set on by stress. There are so many things about being a YouTuber, putting your life online, constantly editing your face talking, doing events, being seen as a celebrity. All of these things just ingrain that YouTubers will have more mental illness. And I think as well that being artistic, you tend to have mental illness. Like people who are bipolar, like there's so many bipolar musicians and songwriters, and so it's the same when it comes to creators, that more of us will be mentally disturbed because that also leads to more creativity. So I'm gonna say hi to all of you, but that was kind of the intro of what this video is going to be about and my whole experience with this. Hi, I'm on Patreon now. I know, I just got the email. Thank you so much, Michelle. Patreon.com/LizziesAnswers. Your reward is I follow you guys on social media and I like all your posts. It's actually really fun for me because on my Instagram I follow a lot of YouTubers and some of my friends, but obviously so many people follow me who I don't know, you guys. So it's so cool that I also get to follow you. So join my Patreon, it's really fun. What's up? Hi Bribri, hi Mercy, hi Zinjan. Hi, business owners are the same. Lizzie, where are you? I'm in California. I'm sure she will come, just be patient. I know I'm always late. Patience is a virtue. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Chris. Hi, Lindsay. Hi, Gemma. What time is it in the UK right now? Hi, Keith. Hi, Michelle. Okay, I think I said hi to everyone. Hi, I'm Humberto. Hi, Mikhail. Hi, Caitlin. I was born in Kentucky, in Paducah, Kentucky. I was actually, side note, talking to my mom about food deserts yesterday because most of the places I've lived have buses everywhere in a city. And so I was trying to ask her, by the way, thumbs up, guys. I was trying to ask her what's an example of a place that is a food desert, and she said, so I was born a month late, and we were living in a small town in Kentucky because there was a church supporting my parents who were missionaries in Russia. So we basically flew back to America for me to be born, and we were waiting for me to be born, and Paducah was like the big city, but my mom said she had to drive an hour to get to a grocery store that wasn't just like a Stop and Shop. Well, Stop and Shop is a place in Boston that actually has groceries, but it literally took an hour for her to drive to Walmart that had more selective choices for groceries. And so I was like, wow, in places like Kentucky, thumbs up this video, guys, like this video. In more rural parts of the US, there actually are places, because like in LA, for example, where I live, there's buses everywhere. And so it's kind of like impossible for me to think of in LA how you could physically not be able to get to a grocery store. But I was like, okay, in Kentucky, my parents literally lived in a food desert, and if they hadn't had a car, it would have been like impossible to feed my sister, who was 2 at the time. Vincent, I don't even know how they had a car because they were from Russia. I guess someone from the church was lending them a car. Lizzie, you look tan. I'm going to Arizona. Hope all is well. I think my life might be getting better. We can talk next week. Hi, Vincent. I'm so sorry. I even put you on my calendar. I got so busy though, but yes, we can talk for sure. Where my doctor is, they built a small grocery store to help the area. That's so good. Greetings, Lizzie. One of your #1 fans is here saying hello. Hi, Naomi. JC, you look beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you for the donation, Vincent. Thank you guys all so much for donating and joining my Patreon. It means so much to me because YouTube has been mass demonetizing all my videos. So all the support with super comments really helps me continue doing YouTube full time. So, YouTube. My experience, and Shane Dawson made a video about this a few years ago that was spot on, why YouTubers are depressed. And that's kind of part of this topic because I think that some people, it's not just that YouTube has made them depressed, but they like were born with a mental illness. But how are you doing today? I'm doing so good. I went to church this morning. It was really fun. I am starting a new like part-time like campus ministry job. Even used the term campus minister in reference to me, and I'm thinking like, no, I'm not that big of a deal. I'm literally just meeting students and talking to them and leading things. So she looks beautiful every day. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. Hello, I'm just sad today. I was at mass and everyone was just talking as if Jesus was not there. Jean, that's so sad. What do you mean? Like after mass they were talking? I need to join your Patreon. I was in LD and marching band at the same time. My parents' Wi-Fi is out because people are doing work on the electrical, so I'm walking to McDonald's just to study for an assignment. That's so annoying when the Wi-Fi goes. It just like, you can't even do your life anymore. That's how reliant we're becoming. Okay, but in James Dawson's, I'm way too happy to be talking about depression right now. Like my last video I uploaded, well, I just uploaded a video, a vegan fettuccine alfredo pasta recipe, but the day before, so that was today, and then yesterday I uploaded a video, every bipolar medication I've ever been on. And so I'm talking about a really serious subject matter, right? But I was so happy thinking of how all the medicines helped me, so the video was so joyful when it should be a sad, because I'm talking about bipolar and bipolar is sad. What part of LA do you live in? So I'm actually gonna give you my address and my phone number and directions to where my church is so that you guys can come find me. I would never say what part of LA, and if I didn't live in such a metropolitan area, I would like definitely not say like what state I live in, but I feel like LA is so big, and if you guys are going to understand me, you have to know that I'm from California, right? What is your favorite movie? I don't really watch movies, but my new favorite movie is called Salem's Lot because my boyfriend and his twin are obsessed with the movie, and within a week, I think I saw it 4 times. So on repeat, you know. I'm reading The Cries of Jesus from the Cross because you mentioned it, Gemma. I'm so happy. A lot of people have been saying that. It's so good. I love Fulton Sheen now. That was my reaction too. I love Fulton Sheen now. I've been asking for him to intercede for Saint Teresa because I'm reading her book, and for the evangelist John because I became Catholic because of Saint John, because John 6, and then also there's a passage about Jesus was saying, if you forgive their sins, they are forgiven. And in John also, when Jesus turns the water into wine, so Mary tells him to turn the water into wine. There's just so many parts of John that are very Catholic theology, and being able to see that in a gospel. And also, he taught someone, Polycarp, who taught my patron Saint Irenaeus. So it's like, I realized all at once today that he's been such a big part of my conversion journey. So for this campus ministry thing, since he's an evangelist, he should be interceding for me, right? And in Teresa's book, she's constantly saying, you have to ask the saints to intercede all the time. You have to be more humble and realize how powerless you are. Guys, thumbs up the video, like the video. You have to constantly realize how much you need help, which is a good segue to my mental illness and how much, in addition to my medicine, I pray so much that God will help me. So in Shane Dawson's YouTubers Are Depressed video, he basically said that the type of people, and this is millennials, not Gen Z. So millennials, I'm a millennial. I'm kind of like the cutoff point, like 2 years below me is the cutoff point between millennial and Gen Z. And I very much am a millennial, like how I grew up, my mindset. So millennials on YouTube were very awkward in school. And that's why you would start making YouTube videos in your bedroom alone, editing videos, socializing with people online who you don't know. That's a weird thing. People who do that tend to not have a lot of friends in high school. And so now, the younger people who are YouTube famous, who became famous on Vine or something, those tend to be like the bullies in school or the people who are more conventionally popular. But YouTubers who are from my generation tended to not have a good high school experience. And so because of that, we're already in a compromised mental state. Keep liking the video. Thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. We're already in kind of a negative emotional space where we probably don't have a lot of close friends. And so then you're putting yourself in a space where you feel so known by everyone. You're sharing so many depths of your life and who you are, and everyone knows you and everyone knows who you are. But then in your personal life, it's not like that. And you don't have a lot of friends, and you don't have that intimacy and vulnerability that you need to have in person and not just online. And so that makes people depressed. And I'm not talking about major depressive disorder. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But automatically, the type of person who would make YouTube videos, they're in that kind of social situation. And I would say that that described me in high school. I had a lot of acquaintances, but I wouldn't say I had any like best friends or close friends. Like, I don't talk to anyone from my high school, and I haven't since I graduated. But in college, I became a lot less socially awkward, and I figured out how to talk to people and be friends, and I super flourished socially in college. So I have a lot of really close friends now, and that's not a personal problem for me. But I think with a lot of YouTubers, then they become friends with other YouTubers, and then they wonder what is real. If you're constantly doing collabs with people or collabs with the person you're dating or married to, you constantly wonder what is real and what is fake when you're on camera with someone. So that's why so many YouTubers get divorced and break up. So that's another reason to be negative on your life and to be depressed. But sorry, Lizzie, I have to go to have a great live stream. Bye. Sorry, I was just wondering where you live. Oh, I know. It's okay. I just liked the video for you. Thank you, JC. Thank you so much. You're amazing. Editing, very true. I had a hard time in high school. Yeah, me too. It's because YouTubers worry too much about followers and likes and editing. Why? Stop. My comments just started scrolling the wrong way. And editing, okay, it's because YouTubers worry too much about followers, likes, editing, and the next video, and topics, and consistency. That's what Jesus says, don't be anxious about tomorrow. Sufficient for the day is its own trouble. I remember back in 2012, I tried doing YouTube, but stage got the upper hand. Very true, mental illness does not discriminate. I was bullied as a teen and in high school, and that drove me to filming YouTube videos. I love you. Yeah, so maybe a lot of the people were also bullied. It's not just that they didn't have close friends. Lizzie, do you know who's the overseer of LA? Archbishop Gomez. He's so cool. Bishop Barron is a bishop there as well. So the social network is definitely a part of it. But another big part of it is that people who are driven to any kind of creative field, whether it is music, directing movies, writing, art, photography, anything like that. If you have bipolar, obviously you go through manic spikes that make you really creative. But I've experienced that even my friends who aren't bipolar and just have depression, they tend to also have more engaging, dynamic, creative personalities. I've just found that when someone kind of has the emotional capacity to be really low, even if they don't have bipolar at all, they tend to just be more creative overall. And I think it's the same with propensity to have anxiety. Those people just tend to be more creative. There's something about a brain with mental illness that makes you more thinking about that. Someone asked me what city of LA I live in, and I was like, I'm gonna leak to everyone my exact address. And I was giving him a hard time. YouTube tries to force you guys to keep popping out vids or you'll anger the algorithm. Yes, so that's another part. It's extremely stressful, and you never, ever get a break, and stress triggers mental illness. So even someone who has maybe like a 10% chance of having a panic attack or a 10% chance of having a depression episode, in a normal situation, in a normal career, in a normal social life, they would never, ever have this mental illness symptom come out. But the moment you are put in a career where you have to churn out content and content and post and video scripts and editing and all-nighters, you never get a break. And I remember sometime in like late high school once I started doing YouTube, realizing I was on vacation with my family and I was editing, or I was vlogging and editing. And I remember thinking, I never get a break. And so that was 8 years ago. And it's still the same thing where there's barely ever a day where I'm not working. It's not like, oh, you work 8 hours during the day, then you come home, then you can chill. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna go on a day trip with my friends. Oh, I'm gonna go on a few day vacation. Like, it is so rare that I have one day off of my YouTube or off of social media. Like, it's constant where you have to be working. And if you're not working all the time, then your videos will not get shown to your subscribers. And so it's kind of like, if you want to stay relevant, if you want to keep YouTube as an income, you have to be work constantly. You never get a break. And all of that will trigger things. And it's really, really sad. There's this YouTuber I watch named Gabby DiMartino. And she made a video talking about how eating disorders I'm going to talk about as well. But Gabby came out with a video saying that she's had depression for a year and didn't even realize it. And in the video, she was like, I know YouTubers always say they have depression. I'm not just saying this. I've been formally diagnosed. And she was like crying and saying, right over there, I have a suitcase packed so that at any moment, if my manager calls me and I have to go to LA on a flight because she lives on the East Coast, I have to be ready to go constantly. And she was just crying, talking about how there's like this constant pressure and stress when you have all of these people looking at you and when your career is your identity. Like, there isn't a separation between your personal life and your YouTube life. Super comment. Thank you so much for the donation. Lizzie, do you consider me a friend? I actually do, yes. Rarely I consider subscribers friends. I think a girl likes me might be playing hard to get. I'm going to Grand Canyon. Do you want me to take pictures and send to you? Oh my gosh, that's so fun. Who are you going with? Yeah, I would love to. I love so much. I follow you on Instagram, right? You should post on your Instagram. I feel like you don't post that much on your Instagram. Lizzie, how does it feel to be a Catholic in a Protestant US, living in a liberal LA? I'm from Brazil and I like your videos debunking Protestantism. So actually, LA is very Catholic. California is super Catholic. There's loads of Hispanics and lots of immigrants from Europe and from Asia. So what I found, the place where I live, it's very tolerant of all different types of religions. And that's honestly what California is known for. Like, a lot of people see it as, oh, we're so gay friendly, we're so liberal. But we're not just friendly to people of different sexual identities, we're friendly to literally everyone. And so it's really easy to be religious in a place that doesn't judge anyone. And I'm sure there are some people who are judgmental. Like, I was getting in a conversation with someone talking about like, oh, what's your experience in California? And I was like, oh, it's super non-judgmental, everyone loves each other. And she was like, that's literally the opposite of what I've heard LA is like, just because we care so much about appearances. And so people think that we're not genuine or we're judgmental just because, you know, we all get Botox or something. I don't know, and like fake lashes. But yeah, it's not judgmental. So I'm sure in other parts of the US it could be bad, but my experience is that it's not. Thank you for the donation, Luke. You guys are really helping me out. Happy birthday to my baby Catherine. She's the best. Aww. I'm planning to move to LA. Do it. It's honestly, it's so expensive, but you pay for the people and for the experience. And the churches are beautiful. Have you been to the LA Cathedral? I don't think the LA Cathedral is that beautiful, actually. But I have been to the LA Cathedral, and it's really fun when you're there for an event, like priests getting confirmed. It's not priests getting confirmed. I don't know what the word is. But when priests are getting their right at the priesthood, being made priests, like that, or like during the chrism oil ceremony, all of that is so cool. Hello from Puerto Rico. Hi. Best thing to do in LA, go to the beach. I love Santa Monica. It's so beautiful. Malibu. I went to school in Malibu for college, and so Zuma Beach is so great, and Pacific Palisade, all of that. Ordination is the word I'm trying to talk about. Ordained. Okay, you guys are all saying it. The comments are like a little bit after when I'm streaming, like a few seconds after. So as I'm talking, you know. Any advice for small content creators to grow subscribers? Honestly, I'm so confused with the YouTube algorithm right now. I have no advice. All I know is you have to be constantly coming out with videos, and you just try to make, like, if you have one video that goes really well in the algorithm and gets a lot of views, that will propel your channel, and you'll get a lot of new subscribers. But it's like impossible to know what will go viral. So, and like a video that one year went viral, then like the next year I'll upload a very similar video and it'll do horrible in the algorithm. So it sucks. I don't really understand the YouTube algorithm. If I did, I might be doing well on YouTube right now and not being demonetized every time I upload. My last video was monetized. So, and you guys are monetizing this right now, but I guarantee once this is uploaded to my channel, it will be demonetized. You guys who are watching after, you'll see YouTube hates me right now. Have you had photos? Lizzie, you're amazing. Don't let any negativity get you down. I live in a small town in England. There isn't a Catholic church there, and I've only met one Catholic person since I moved here 5 years ago. It's so sad. Wow! I think because in England, everyone's Anglican, and that's just like the default for Christianity. I didn't even think how bad it could be there to be Catholic. Like, I think that's because it's so ingrained in the culture to be Anglican, and Anglican is so similar to Catholic. So it's almost like, why would you not be Anglican? Like, why are you Catholic? Like, that's not what we do in our country. So, because like in the US, there's so many different forms of Christianity. So yeah, Catholics kind of have it the worst for getting bullied or people thinking negative about us. But overall, since there's so many different religions and so many different Protestant churches, I don't feel judged by people that often. So maybe people in my life sometimes. YouTube knows you're too positive and influence on young women. They probably don't like that. Raul, thank you so much for the donation. Have you been to the Antiochian Orthodox Cathedral in LA? They have Spanish Divine Liturgy at 7:45 a.m. I'm gonna screenshot this. I totally want. And St. Sophia's. I think I just accidentally exited out for a second. So I've been to Russian Orthodox and Eastern Orthodox, but Antiochian, what is the church called? 2 of my good friends are Catholic. Anglicans don't have apostolic succession. Not anymore. That's so savage the way you said it. They actually might have apostolic succession. I think like it's kind of ambiguous whether or not they do, because like the Orthodox Church has valid apostolic succession. So yeah, it's up in the air. Someone smarter than me would be able to explain this. Why did you choose Catholic over Orthodox? Because of the Pope. It's important to have someone uniting the church. And the way I interpret the giving Peter the keys to the kingdom of heaven is that the Pope's position is the second in command to Jesus, because in the Old Testament, there was kind of a steward position who was second in command to the king. So Jesus is establishing the new kingdom, the kingdom of heaven. So if it's in the line of David, it makes sense that he would also have the second in command position to carry the keys. So yeah, that's why I believe in the Roman bishop. And obviously you can debate how much power the Roman bishop has, but ultimately, upon this rock, he is the first among equals. And when the Orthodox Church left the Catholic Church, they had a new first among equals, but the original first among equals was Rome. And I totally get that he got too much power according to the Orthodox. Again, you could debate that, but separating from the whole church, I don't think was the answer. Can you tell why other religions look down? Can you tell us why other religions look down on the Catholic Church? I don't know. I don't know what the deal is like in other countries, because it's interesting seeing that like in England, because everyone's Anglican, it automatically is kind of like anti-Catholic. Like that's so interesting to me. But I know that in the US, our culture is very anti-authority. And so because of that, people are kind of, oh my gosh, look, love, compassion, action. This is for Save the Storks. Go Google Save the Storks. It's this amazing nonprofit organization. Wow, I was super dehydrated. I'm glad I brought this here. Okay, let's read your comments. Other religions are the branches that can be grafted. When was your channel started? I realized my channel was created in 2012. I created my channel in 2009. So actually, I had another YouTube channel back when I was 13 that I made music videos on. I will never tell you guys the channel. So I would I mean, that was the trend at the time where people would make music videos of you like lip syncing to a song. So that's where I started off. And then I started LizziesAnswers as like a second channel, but then that channel started becoming monetized and it became a lot more popular than my other channel. So yeah, I've been on YouTube for a long time. I had a vlog channel too. I ended up quitting that in college because I didn't have time, and I was like, I hate follow me around vlogs so much because I just want to have like a normal life, you know, so my makeup isn't blended, sorry guys. Oh, but back to YouTubers. So I think I talked about it, a lot of stress. Oh, also having so much, so there's a lot of aspects of the stress of YouTube. One of the aspects of stress is you constantly have to be churning out content and you don't have a break. But also it's really stressful having a lot of people idolize you and not view you as a full person and be recognized in public. And I mean, like, I dealt with like a year ago some like Catholic press where a lot of people were writing articles about me and I was doing interviews, and it was like a really dark period for me. Like, I cried so much and I was so far from God and it was awful. Like, I hated having so much attention on me. And I don't even know how to explain it, but it's kind of like what I said, where if people like don't have a lot of friends at their school, but then like they have a lot of YouTube friends, it's like that, and like on an even worse scale. Because if so many people know of you but don't really know you, it's just, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I don't know how to explain it if you haven't experienced it, but it's just like so stressful and the worst feeling ever. YouTubers have to be grounded and humble. Yeah. So it's really hard to stay humble when you're making a lot of money, when so many people are looking at you as a celebrity, when you have so many brand deals, when people are doing all of these things, you feel so powerful. And it's like you're so full of yourself, but so many people are telling you to be full of yourself. And they're like, you're amazing, you changed my life, you saved my life. And like, people tell me that a lot, that I'm the reason they didn't commit suicide. And it's like, people are like, you're so inspiring to me, you're why I'm becoming Catholic. And like, you hear those things constantly and you start to feel like you're more than human. Yeah, I'd have trouble staying humble in that situation. Yeah, and then that combined with like bipolar grandiosity, when you're in manic episodes, you think you're like superhuman and so powerful. So that combined with my YouTube channel is a horrible combination. And like, sometimes my boyfriend will like, I'll be so full of myself one day and he'll be so annoyed by it. Cause it's like, I'm not more important than him. My life is not more important than him in any way. In fact, it's probably the opposite. And so it's just like, it's so hard to handle that in a relationship too. It's so unhealthy. Like, you guys don't realize how toxic my thinking can be sometimes. Caitlin is like the rosary. The book I'm reading right now by Saint Teresa that I was talking about in the last live stream, The Interior Castle, she constantly talks about humility. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna totally make a YouTube video on humility, but how am I gonna make a video on humility? I'm gonna be like, hey guys, it's Lizzie. I know so much about humility. I did so much research on humility. I have all this knowledge on humility. You know what I mean? Like, how do I make a video about humility? I'm like So these are a few things I know on humility. It could be wrong. But anyways, my biggest question is, what is humility? Because I had a really good definition for the past few days, and it was just refuted by Jesus. So my intuition of what humility is being realistic about yourself. Because most times, like for example, I have horrible spatial awareness. I always get lost. So if I go into a situation and I don't ask for help and I like don't look at directions intensely and I think I'm not going to get lost, I'm being prideful. Because realistically, I always get lost. I'm horrible at knowing where I'm going. I'm just so bad. Guys, keep liking the video. Thanks for thumbsing up the video. So it's prideful for me to think that I'm good at getting places by myself. That's prideful because it's wrong. And with other things, like if someone thinks they're really intelligent or they're really attractive, or I don't know, like there's different things, like probably you're wrong and you're not being realistic about yourself. But, oh, I have a caveat to this real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about Jesus and then my caveat about people being full of themselves about their appearance. So that's enough. I have so many things I want to say. Okay, so that's another thing where on YouTube, people are constantly complimenting your appearance. They're like, you're so beautiful, you're perfect, you're gorgeous, I love you. Like I hear all the time how attractive I am, and I am not that attractive. And it's just like when you see, and it's hard for me to even relate to regular people because I have zero insecurities and I'm so confident. Because people are constantly affirming me every day. I just have to look on my YouTube notifications and comments, social media, like you're beautiful, I love you, you changed my life, you're perfect. Like you hear these things all the time. And if you don't have a healthy grounding in God and in really close relationships, you're going to go crazy. Thumbs up! Thank you for thumbsing up the video. Okay. So I thought humility was being realistic and not thinking too highly of yourself. But then I realized that in the Christ hymn in Philippians 2, Jesus is saying, so let's actually read this together, guys. Anyways, Jesus is basically saying, like, where's my Bible? Let me go get my Bible, guys. So in the Christ hymn, Jesus is saying that he came down from heaven as a person in all humility and made himself nothing and emptied himself. And then that's the most humble thing in the world. And so that's humility, but it's Jesus not being realistic. Like that's not realistic. What's realistic is if Jesus has a palace and is worshipped and like physically conquers the entire Roman Empire. That's realistic. That's what Jesus deserves. But instead, he chose something way beneath him. Have the same attitude as Christ Jesus, who though he was in the form of God, did not regard equality with God as something to be grasped. Rather, he emptied himself, taking the form of a slave, coming in human likeness. And found human in appearance, he humbled himself, becoming obedient to death, even death on a cross. Because of this, God greatly exalted him and bestowed on him the name that is above every name, that at the name of Jesus, every knee should bow, of those in heaven and on earth and under the earth, and every tongue confess that Jesus Christ is the Lord, to the glory of God the Father. So that is humility. Dying, emptying himself is humility. And I'm like, how do I do that in my everyday life? Because I'm a human and I'm supposed to be in this world. And I guess like what are your guys' thoughts? Because I thought humility is just being realistic and not thinking you're a god. And so I'm like, okay, I'm not a god, I'm a human. So then how do I act humble? And I think there's a lot of fake humility out. Oh, okay. First, I'm going to talk about people being full of themselves. So maybe I should make a video on this, but I kind of don't want to make a video on this. So my experience with modesty is that I didn't realize until very recently what my body type was. And I know that you guys probably think I'm like making this up or something, but once I got into a relationship, my boyfriend would point out how clothes would be tight on me. And you know, normal people in my life are not going to be like, Liz, like your jeans are really tight. But he would point out to me, and he wasn't like judging me or like telling me how to dress differently or anything. But I realized for the first time what my clothes looked like from different angles. Because when I'm looking in the mirror, I'm seeing like, oh, I have this shirt on. I'm not looking at my back. I'm not looking at my butt. I'm just like looking forward. I'm not looking at like my side. And like really recently too, I realized that I haven't been blending my foundation around my nose my entire life. Because I never like look at myself from the side. Like I just like look forward and have my outfit together. And apparently certain things were immodest on me and I had no idea. And so my thing is that people who are really obsessed with modesty probably are really prideful and think they're so hot and they're attracting men and they have such a good body and they have to dress modestly, like, right? Like, is this the attitude of people? Because I do not have that attitude. I've never had the attitude like, oh, I'm so hot, I'm gonna be causing men to lust. Like, I've never had those thoughts. And that's why I don't care about modesty. Because I was like, oh, I just have like a normal body. I'm a normal person. I'm not that hot. I'm just a regular woman, you know what I mean? But apparently my body, you know what I mean? Anyway, so that was like my experience with modesty where I genuinely like didn't realize. Okay, let me see. It's about to get real about getting the Bible. I should have my Bible ready. I love it, Lizzie Bible Study. The Orthodox cathedral is called St. Nicholas. You're talking about how the Bible translation, Amy, I remember you saying that. You can try the NRSV or what, because I agree, NIV. If you want to keep reading NIV or ESV, go ahead. Like technically, like they recommend different translations, but it's not a big deal. This is NAB, New American Bible. So I like the NAB, I like NRSV, but obviously like it's easier to read ESV or NIV. But I feel like maybe like as I get older, it's easier to read like NRSV and stuff, but on mental illness, have you ever experienced twitching or jerking as a side effect of any medication you've tried? Yes. So when I started getting on, Lizzie, should I get a tattoo? No, don't get a tattoo. If any subscriber asks me that, I'm like, absolutely not, because so many of you have a mental illness and are like impulsive and stuff. But anyways, so with bipolar disorder, medication, I'm on Vraylar now, which is also a medication for schizophrenia. And when I started getting on the medicine, I would notice I was shaking and I was like, no, that's a really bad side effect. But it was only like going on the medicine and now it's fine. But I was like really shaky and I like dropped some things and it was like, it was not a good time. It was really bad. Celexa did that to me. Yeah. Did you see my prayer request? Jesus is our savior, and a lot of people, especially YouTubers, don't mention or give thanks. Do you agree with being friends with someone who doesn't believe in Christ? Absolutely. And when they offend Christ, what should I do? Just sit there and take it. The sorrowful mysteries have been really helpful for me because the sorrowful mysteries, nice to know I'm not alone. Aw. So the sorrowful mysteries have been really helpful for me because when Jesus was being like physically beaten and attacked and mocked, he didn't say anything. He just stood there and took it. He wasn't defending himself. So obviously, like, theologically, we should be defending ourselves, but I think the most important thing is you don't react in anger, you don't become bitter towards them, you sit there and you love and you're gentle and you're patient regardless of what they say to you, you know? I can count 5 times now where I've heard a male voice in my head as I'm trying to sleep. That's so sad. I would be so scared if I got like a lot of voices and stuff. Highest level of Patreon should be you tell them what your secret channel was. Oh my gosh, maybe I should tell all of my Patreon. That could be one of my rewards, right? What would be your advice to someone who struggles with stage fright? I don't know. I've never really had stage fright before, so I don't know. I don't know how to deal with that. Have you read Bishop Barron's new book, Letter to a Suffering Church? No, but I've heard it's really good. Do you like Lover? Because I love it. Yes. Do you prefer receiving the sacred host on the hand or in the tongue, and why? At my parish, when I became confirmed, I was just told, like, this is how you receive the Eucharist, and you make a throne for the Eucharist. I think that's really cute. So I think it's sweet to touch it too. I just like it. I think it's sweet. I'm reading all your comments, guys. Off of Lover, which is my favorite songs are what is this? Afterglow, Cornelia Street, and I think he knows his da 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 da. Go there every night. He got my heartbeat. Skipping down 16th Avenue, got that, I mean, that song, it's so fun. Please sing. Is your family Catholic? No, they're Protestant. Would you ever get a podcast? I don't have time. I could interview people or something. I don't know. I just don't have time to do a podcast. Like, I need an assistant or something, but I think he knows. Yeah, I think he knows. Do you have advice for anyone entering the medical field and how to be supportive of someone with bipolar? Okay, so I made a video, how to love and understand someone who's bipolar. Go watch that video. It's literally how to love and understand someone who's bipolar. I talk about it in like 40 minutes, how to support someone. So I think that understanding the identity problem is the most important thing. And in that video, I linked an article from the New York Times. And basically this woman was saying that in like psychotherapy and psychiatrists and stuff, they never ever addressed the underlying problem, which is where you feel like your identity is being changed and shaped and who you are doesn't exist and it's fragmented because on every medicine, you're a different version of yourself. So that's basically the biggest thing that you have to understand with people with bipolar, and that's why we go off meds and stuff, because we feel like we're being edited down. So, yeah. Lizzie, I'm literally free all day. I work nights. If you ever need an assistant, do you want to be my manager? I have questions regarding approaching girls. I just turned 21. I'm in uni. Cannot get enough courage to do it. What do you think about Marian apparitions and Magigoria? I think they might be fake. Just because everyone at my parents told me they were fake. And I was like, what? Because when I was in Ireland, everyone was obsessed with Magigoria. I drank this entire water bottle. Save the storks. Oh, another reason people could be depressed who are YouTubers is because of bullying. People will attack every part of your face or your body, and that's why people can become really insecure about themselves. And I think it's the same with celebrities. I'll email you what music for sure do you listen to? Currently, the 2 new Camila Cabello songs. She has this song called Shameless, and I have no idea why no one has come out with this song concept before. But she's talking about how you should be like shameless in a relationship with someone. I want to play the song, but then I'm like, no, then this will definitely get demonetized. But yeah, I think a lot of people who have eating disorders who are YouTubers, and I think that when you're constantly like on camera and doing photo shoots for Instagram, you like compare yourself to other people. And so I think it could be an interesting combination where you could get bullied for your appearance at the same time as when people are affirming every part of you. So I have never had an experience where I've gotten bullied because my channel has never been like huge. So God protected me so much making my channel smaller. Like, it was the best thing he could have ever done for me, making sure my channel was like a chill amount of people, you know? I met my sponsor last week. How do I approach girls when I barely know them and show them that I'm interested in them? Okay, I'll teach you how to flirt right now. So you have to like look someone in the eye and ask a lot of questions and nod and like smile. I don't know as a guy how to flirt now that I'm thinking of it. I just know like eye contact is really important, and listening, asking questions, acting intrigued. Flirting 101. And it's like I haven't been able to flirt lately because for 2 years, because I'm in a relationship right now, so before I would like be vaguely flirtatious with random people because I was single. But yeah, so just like making sure your body is facing them, you're like leaning in and like getting closer and being engrossed in the conversation. You are so awesome. I feel like I could talk to you about anything. Your channel is amazing, Estrella. Thanks so much for being here. How important is music at Mass? I love music. I love this song and it really speaks to me. What song are you talking about? Why do females have the expectations to be modest in dress but men don't? Most male clothes are modest. It's not that there's a double standard, it's that fashion for men versus women is completely different. You would never find a shirt like this that doesn't have shoulders, and this is a crop top, so I wear high-waisted with it. So this shirt and the back is sort of sheer. You would never find a shirt like this at a male store. If a guy ever wears a bro tank, it looks immodest. So it's completely, our culture is telling women that we're supposed to dress way less clothes, way more sexual than men. So it's not a double standard. Modesty is for both people. I just made a post on Twitter and I was saying how I love that priests wear vestments because you have pretty collarbones, shoulder and neck. Thank you. See, this is why YouTubers get full of themselves. Now I'm gonna be like, I have a good collarbone. No, I'm not gonna think about this. But yeah, I really like how at Mass, I was saying in the video that men are modest and fast by wearing vestments. I think that's really important. So I like that in Catholicism, it's not a double standard. The priests are way modest. How is that for flirting? Never say that to a girl you just meet. Like, it's okay because, like, we know each other, but that'd be really weird if you said that in person to a new girl. I'd be like, want to avoid you, so don't say that in person. Vestments are robes, right? Yeah, it's the robes that they wear at Mass for sure. Bipolar isn't demons, it's chemical imbalance. I made a video on this. Is bipolar demon possession? Go watch it. I kind of say a nuanced view. You have pretty collarbone shoulders and neck. That's like the best trolling ever. Stop saying that bipolar is demon possession, guys. Like, you're never gonna convince me. But in my video, I said that it does have a demonic element. But what I hate is when people are like, oh, it's demon possession, let's not medicate it, ditch medical treatment. Like, that's problematic, right? You have homework for RCIA? Oh my gosh. Goals. When you're hot and have 1,000, I'm just kidding. When you hit 1,000 subscribers, when does YouTube send you a reward? So you actually have to go to like your YouTube page, and then there's a link you can click and you can send it to yourself. So yeah, I have the 100K plaque in my house with my parents, so. Where do you think chaos comes from? When there were no demons to tempt Lucifer in the first place, where do you think the evil thought inside Lucifer's mind came from? It was pride. That was the first thought. He thought that he could be just as good as God when he was really just an angel. And so then it's pretty epic that the way God defeats Satan is becoming a human, even though he is a god. It's amazing. I think he knows his footprints on the sidewalk lead to where I can't walk. Go there every night. I think he knows he bet to lock me down. Father Ripperger, I disagree that bipolar is demon possession. Maybe I should have him on my channel. You know what, guys? I'm gonna write that down on my YouTube ideas. Where is my YouTube ideas list? Okay, here it is. I have started, I should reach out to people to do collab videos. See, my research. Video ideas, Sinlessness of Mary, Father Rippinger, Bipolar Demons, interview. See? Sinlessness of Mary, Ark of the Covenant, Bipolar Meds, Father Rippinger, Bipolar. I really admire your courage. Why do Christians think mental illness is different than any other illness? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, right? What is your other channel? Lizzie Rize. Do you watch Disney movies? No, I didn't really watch movies growing up, but I really, really love Frozen. And Moana. Moana was so good. Oh my gosh. Is uploading every day key to having a successful channel? I used to think so, but I don't think anymore. Cleaning video. Yep, I'm gonna do a cleaning video. And I uploaded like a vegan cooking video because I thought you guys would really like it. I hope you guys like it. By the way, guys, turn on notifications next to the bell. Keep liking the video. Turn on notifications. Right next to the subscribe button, there's the bell button. Oh my gosh, so many comments from you guys. You're amazing. I'm glad YouTube has someone like you to help inform all of us searching for answers. Because Lizzie's Answers, I watch all your videos. It really gives me peace. Be the best version you can be, stay strong. Here's a story that created my issue. I was sitting in my uni's calf and this girl came down from the hallway, saw me as I saw her, and immediately paced to come sit 2 benches down. I don't understand. Thank you for all you do for bipolar disorder. Thank you so much for finding my channel and liking my videos. I actually got a comment today on one of my videos. And she was saying, you've saved so many people's lives through your videos. And no one had said it like that before, and it made me feel so loved and taken care of, because all the bipolar content I've made has been so much pain and hell-like, and for me, just horrible things I went through, and the fact that I could even save one life of someone who's bipolar is... Hi, Arnell. It's like the most joyful experience ever, getting to help people, you know? You're an inspiration. Do you have a favorite Bible verse? Version? No. Michael Rodriguez. Admit, I was confused as in what was in her mind. What do you think? I would have had to see the interaction to really get a good read on it. Who's your favorite Christian artist? I don't know. I'm trying to think. I really like... Where's my phone? Oh, my phone. I was looking for my phone. I'm streaming on my phone. I was looking for it earlier too, and I was like, where's my phone? For 30 minutes? Yeah, I guess she was indie. You should have been like, hi, I'm Lizzie. You know, you should have talked to her, I guess. Hillsong is really good. I agree. I like Hillsong. Why did you choose philosophy for your major? Oh my gosh, this is a fun story. So a lot of people who are like OG will already know this, but in high school I did debate, Lincoln Douglas debate, and we did like philosophical debate, so a lot of Enlightenment philosophers, so like Locke, Rousseau, people like that. And so I really got into philosophy, and then my junior year of college, so my junior year of college, the scheduling was weird. So I went to an arts high school, and I was doing creative writing, TV production, and debate as my art areas for my electives. And two of them were at the same time, so I had to drop one of my art areas, which looking back, this isn't that weird of a thing that happened to me, but it was like extremely horrible, crying, this is gonna ruin my semester type thing, 2 semesters. So instead I had to take another class. So I took philosophy my junior year, and I loved it so much that I took philosophy between my junior and senior year of high school. I took a philosophy class out of college, and it was the best thing I'd ever done in my entire life. It made me so happy. So then I went into Pepperdine as a philosophy major, and my dad let me major in philosophy. He said never sociology, but philosophy was fine. Lizzie, reach out to Father Ripperger and ask him about bipolar disorder. I'm 1000% sure you can be off meds. No, do you want me to hurt myself? That's horrible. I think that if you ever tell someone to go off meds, you're complicit if they hurt themselves. Lizzie, what do you think about the axial age? You know what that is? That makes me so happy. So I think that the axial age, and guess who agrees with me? Pope Benedict XVI says this too, that the axial age was intentional by God to usher in Christianity. So the axial age is when all around the world, this is in like the 3rd century BC, 4th, 2nd, anyway, 2nd probably, in every area of the world there were new religious emergences. So there was Buddhism, Confucianism, Second Temple Judaism, Plato, Aristotle, all of this was going on in like the same century. And then it kind of made way for Jesus to come into the world. So I actually found that out in college, and I was like, this is the coolest thing ever, and I read a book on it, and no one ever knows what it is, so that made me so happy. But I was like always obsessed with this, and no one ever knew about it. And then I was reading this book called Jesus by Pope Benedict XVI, and he talked about it in it, and I was like, oh my gosh, he thought what I thought. That's so cool. So, and that's a good opportunity to be humble. I thought like I had this idea that I came up with, but it wasn't a unique idea because other people had already thought the same thing, so I should be humble. I'm not that cool, you know? I more felt validated though that I'm not like crazy or something, right? Stop telling me to go off meds. I'm literally blocking you right now. I'm blocking you. I'm blocking you. I'm hiding you from my channel. See? It's toxic. It's so toxic. Hide. Yep. You're a jerk for telling someone to go off meds when you're not a doctor. I think it's more than being a jerk. I think it's worse than that. Anyways, I gotta go. Didn't get my answer, but thanks for trying. Wait, what is the question? Thank you so much, Small Talk. What do you think of the Marian Modesty movement? The not wearing pants thing, that's toxic. I actually have, oh my gosh, I forgot about that video. I have a video script written called Toxic Catholicism, where I talk about toxic things in Catholicism. Some features that are going to be in that video is people who hate the Pope all the time and are like not against the Pope. You can't be like against the Pope all the time. He's the Pope. You have to like submit to the Pope and be united with the Pope and not be like, oh, that isn't an official papal encyclical. Even if it's in the Catechism, I disagree with it. Just because it's not a papal infallibility statement, I disagree with things the Pope says that we have to believe as church teaching. Submit to the Pope. Toxic. I love not wearing pants. I'm casting and wearing a skirt. I wear pants underneath. Are you trolling me right now? I mean, I wore a skirt today. Like, it's great, but like pants are definitely more comfortable. Much love to you, Lizzie. God bless. Thoughts on being very depressed, anxious, and not being able to go to mass? That's so sad. I would go on medication if you have like social anxiety to the point where you're not able to go places. Like, that's kind of debilitating. It's problematic. You're not problematic, but it's problematic. I think you need to go on meds for sure. Wow, you really love the Pope as a former Protestant. Everyone has to love the Pope. Like, obviously there have been evil popes, but when it comes to teaching us things, people like literally are like, we have to be against capital punishment because it's in the Catechism. I was already against capital punishment, but if I wasn't against capital punishment, I would have been like, I'm wrong. Now I'm against capital punishment because it's in the Catechism. That's how Catholicism works. You submit to the Pope. If you disagree with something and the church agrees with it, you're the one who has to change your perspective. It's not like, oh, let's debate whether or not this is a papal infallibility statement. Like, oh, this is an official teaching. I'm going to disagree with something the Pope says. It's wild. It's so wild. I don't think she has a least favorite vegetable. I was really against zucchini, but recently I've gotten into zucchini. Does your family need prayers? You could pray for them to become Catholic. That would make me really happy. I've been off meds. I'm going back on Lizzie. I'm learning about religion. Yay, go back on meds. I'm so happy. That's beautiful. You are tiny. I've got big thighs and behind. Genetically, I have very small bones. Look at my bones. But also, I eat vegan, so I don't eat a lot of fat in my diet. I don't eat a lot of like artery clogging meat and stuff. So that's why I'm smaller, and I work out all the time. And I think the main thing that like keeps me at my weight is that I've never really had like a lot of like being against carbohydrates. Like, I eat a lot of carbs. I don't starve myself or not give myself carbs. And so because of that, I have a healthy metabolism. So I can eat a lot of food and my body isn't going in constant famine mode and thinking that there aren't enough. Amy emailed me. Lizzie, what is your stance on trans women using cis women bathrooms? I don't care. And honestly, if someone looks like the opposite gender, like if someone is biologically male and it literally looks like a woman, I think it would be more problematic for them to go to the men's restroom, right? That would cause more of a stir. That would make more people uncomfortable. My stepmom got me to like Brussels sprouts. I love Brussels sprouts. They're so good. Oh, but what is my least favorite vegetable? Peas. I hate peas so much. But recently I got into them though, because I started putting them in fried rice. So I don't even know. It's hard to know. I love them so much. I agree, but I also know they have multi-restrooms with just one stall in addition to the other restrooms. That's good. My boss is a trans woman. She's cool. I'll be back. I walked 10 miles this week and I have bilateral sacroiliitis arthritis. Be gentle with yourself, okay? I'm too fat. I had to have a shot a couple days ago. I was in so much pain, but I keep moving. So sad. I hated beans, but we get them from the food bank, so I got a ton. I love beans. They're so good. That's what I had for dinner today. I had rice and beans. Pinto beans and brown rice was so good. Beans and rice is a complete protein, and also peanut butter and bread is a complete protein. So I've been eating that a lot. It's so easy to eat protein as a vegan. I'm getting so tired, guys, but it's so early. I love beans. Okay, so I used to hate rice growing up. And then after living in Thailand and being friends with so many international students from Asia, I got like obsessed with rice now. And beans. So I love chickpeas so much. I started eating them because I had anemia in college and my house group mom, so house groups were like our small group Bible studies. So our house group mom, she told me to eat chickpeas in like the salad bars. So I started eating garbanzo beans, chickpeas, and now I'm obsessed with them. So I'll eat them with kale and chickpeas and rice. It's so good. So good, so good. I actually might go make more food because I had lunch, but I might go cook kale or something. Yeah, because I have chickpeas and kale and rice. That'd be like the best meal ever. Yeah? Should I cook? I might cook after this. I was thinking, I hate anemia. Why does the majority appear to dislike Pope Francis? Because he's from South America? I don't know. I think that in America, he recently made a statement that it's a pleasure for the Americans to not like him. Isn't that so funny? Because, okay, Americans hate authority, so we're already set up to not like the Pope, right? So, why and when did you become vegan? I became vegan. Cow liver is very good for anemia. So is kale and spinach, guys, gosh. I became vegan in 2015 because of the animal abuse and because it's really bad for the environment. Eating meat, it's horrible. The amount of water that's required to grow a cow or grow chickens or grow whatever you're eating. It takes so much water and pollution, and it's really good for health too. So it's an easy way to lose weight or be healthy because you feel really full after you eat. I also found that it's much cheaper to eat as a vegan, which a lot of people would say like it's not, but literally today, guys, so I had bread and peanut butter and beans and rice. Like, that's so cheap. Probably collectively that was like $2 or something, right? Probably less than that, honestly, because for peanut butter, it's like $2 for peanut butter, $1 for beans, like $3 for like maybe 10 cups of rice from one. So it's probably like I spent like $1 eating today so far, you know what I mean? So I've been vegan for 2 months, lost 10 pounds, and my blood pressure is now normal. Yeah, so it will get rid of things like type 2 diabetes. Do you eat canned beans? Yes. Is it filling? Yes. You have to eat more content of food. So like meat has a lot of calories. So that's one of the things that's really like annoying when you first go vegan. You have to eat so much more, and you'll feel like you're stuffing yourself. But if you count calories and stuff and like use this website called Chronometer, it's really cool, like CHR Chronometer, because on the website it says the amount of calories and nutrients and macronutrients and everything, more food, but then you don't want to overeat either. So track your calories, make sure you use Chronometer. What happened to becoming a Scottish Irish nun? So that was an April Fool's Day prank, and I know I lost a lot of subscribers, but I was manic at the time, and I didn't realize that it was like a weird April Fool's Day prank, because it was April Fool's, and people thought I was like mocking religious life, which I wasn't. Everything I said in that video is true. I actually love clothing that is modest, and I love to layer because of my white friend has her air on blast, so I freeze. Can you see both of us manic? Can't you see both of us manic? Look, she got a bit shy. Okay, yeah, because I mean, it's such a stupid career move, right? Hey, Lizzie, it's 1:49 a.m. in London. Wow, you need to go to sleep. I eat animals because animals eat animals, but I wonder if prior original sin, all created corporeal beings only ate plants. Yes. So before the fall, they were eating plants and they were vegan, and then they started eating meat because of the fall. So we should like ascend beyond that and realize that we can eat vegan. I love your shirt. Thank you. I have a rose gold one in the exact same design because I think it's so cute too. In my mania, I get all kind of job offers. I've been vegan for 9 years. Me, so 2016, 17, 18, 4 years now. That's crazy. Do you like Heinz vegetarian beans? I don't know. Sorry, that was my mom. I have to go to class. Bye, Lizzie. Bye. Where do you live right now? Or Goya beans? No. I like black, pinto, and garbanza. My mom is vegan. We eat PB&J all the time. I'm vegetarian. Australia. You have to go to class. Oh, yeah. So like in London, they're going to sleep. But like in Australia, you're just waking up. Brazil. Oh yeah, everyone comment what country they're from. Lizzie, what kind of makeup do you use for complexion? I'll show you. So, I use a lot of bronzer and contour. And where is it? Where's my makeup? Oh, here it is. Okay. So, I recommend using, so when I do my makeup, I go like this. And you put bronzer here, and then you put bronzer here, and then on the sides of your faces as well. So I do that, and then I blend it like in my neck as well. So I really like the Anastasia contour kit. I've had this makeup kit for like 2 years, and there's still, look, I've used the bronzer so much. And then there's still more, but currently I've been using this palette I found at like Marshall's for like $2. And it's like a regular, it's vegan as well. It's like a contour kit. So look, I've used a lot of the bronzer and stuff, so. And I use the top part for highlight. So then where you highlight is like right here, you highlight, so on your cheekbones. And then you make like a triangle right here. and then on your nose, especially the tip of your nose, and then right here. So, and then I was using like liquid foundation for a long time, but now that I'm getting older, it like fills into wrinkles, so I use powder instead. I think it looks better for a mid-20s makeup look. Makeup is not just girl stuff. I mean, if guys want to wear makeup, whatever. We Brazilians don't believe that Australia exists. What? Why? I ate vegan for a few months when I lived in NYC. Go back to it. I am originally from Jamaica, but I'm doing a study abroad in London for the semester. I was raised in the Bahamas. How do you like London? Hey girl, hi Dylan. I'll say this, you heal quickly when you... How did we get from beads to makeup? Welcome back to the live stream. Someone asked me like what I do for my complexion, so I was explaining my makeup routine, you know. I'm from Southeastern Europe and it's 3 a.m. right now. Can't sleep. What country? Don't forget to like the stream, guys. Thumbs up the stream. Also, guys, turn on the bell button. So right next to the subscribe button, there's a bell button. So hit the bell and then you'll get notifications every time I upload a video. Do you guys think I should go back to blonde? Or do you like this? I always want to go to blonde, but then I'm like, no, I love my brown hair. My natural. Do vegans use lipstick? Because lipstick is dead whale. Just saying. No, they make vegan lipstick without dead whale. Absolutely. London is amazing. I don't think they use as much AC here. The weather's bipolar. You can't say that. You can't say the weather's bipolar. I'm not offended, but many people would get offended. So I want to go make rice and kale, but my I'm living in an Airbnb for a month, and so the people here probably... Lizzie, if virtual, stay brunette, okay. If virtual reality becomes the norm, do you think if a person sins inside the virtual reality, sins is actually real? What? Explain to me what you mean by virtual reality. I don't understand. No, blonde. I love your hair now. No. Croatia. Aloha from Indiana. I used to live in Indiana. Is the Venus flytrap vegan? Yes, being the Pope is for life. Pope Benedict was the first to resign for health reasons. I'm reading your comments, guys. How often is there a new pope? Oh, that was the question. What time is it, guys? Sorry, I was gone for a bit. I texted my friend because I missed him. So I asked him how his mass was because he just was at night mass, I guess. So yeah, I'm gonna lay down in the bed now because this feels really comfortable. So I'm gonna stay here. How often is there? Oh, we already talked about that. Okay, let's go all the way down. That's so nice of you that you read the comments. Oh, yeah, of course. Oh gosh, my boyfriend just texted me, I'm just your friend now. I did not. I said my boyfriend, right? I just texted my boyfriend. That's horrible. Hope Trevor is doing well. Everyone comment. I love Trevor. Everyone comment. Trevor is Lizzie's boyfriend. Everyone say hi to Oh my god. Do you like country music? Yes. I love Dan and Shay, Megan and Liz. Taylor Swift doesn't do country anymore, but I did love her. I love Carrie Underwood. Your brunette hair makes you look like a country music star. Like a diabetic, you would never tell them to go off insulin. I don't even know if it's worth like debating people who are telling you to go off meds. How about country gospel music? Lizzie, virtual reality is like you're inside a game, but it feels like real because you're inside it. So what happens if you fornicate or kill or lie or anything sinful? Because it depends on your intention and your mind, right? Dolly, Rihanna, S&M. I feel like this is deep, guys. I feel like when you tell someone to go off meds, it's like saying go kill yourself or kill someone. Let's screenshot this. Cool, I'm gonna post this on my social media. Thank you for that. There's a guy staying in this Airbnb who's from, has an accent. He's from England, and he asked me, he's like, "Are you American? Can I use your phone?" Because he had to call someone. It's funny. Rarely does someone say, "Are you American?" I guess we hadn't talked to each other at all, so. Lizzie, I'm new to your channel. Do you believe in taking meds? Yes! Go watch my last video. My last two videos, I made a vegan recipe video, and then I made a video talking about my medication, all the meds I've been on in my entire life. So I will never go off meds. Derealization sucks. Yep, it's pretty bad. Europeans are impressed by our phone plans. Why? What about them? Yes, but then all video games would have the potential to be sinful. Ooh, but you're not actually doing it to someone. Pride is your insubordination. Lust is fabrication. I go off meds from time to time. Yeah, me too. I've gone off before, but I always go back on. I only learned in 2014. I'm bipolar. I knew I had depression and anxiety. The most sinful thing about video games, in my opinion, is that you're wasting time that can be better spent. Like the video, guys. Thumbs it up. Spell check. Lust is fornication. I went off meds and fainted. I stopped and fight my battle alone with the Lord. That's a horrible idea. Like, I don't understand why Europeans don't have phone plans. I don't understand. I've accidentally called my stepmom 3 times. Hi, Trevor. I don't know if Trevor is still here. I love my mania. I noticed everyone else loves it too. How much do Europeans pay for phone plans? We pay like $50 a month minus $30 a month, but it depends. I'm getting kind of tired, guys, of streaming. I don't know how long I'll stay. Oh, thank you for all the donations, though. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are so loving to me and take care of me. Is that unlimited? Yeah. So it's like my phone plan is unlimited calls, texts, and internet, although towards the end of the month, the internet starts getting slow. Europeans are still getting up on the concept of unlimited. Not bad. Why do they envy American phone plans? Yes, get off, because I feel like I have to watch it to the end. Because you need to go do your life too, right? I don't understand. Maybe I should go have people in my stream. How do you tell the difference between demonic possession and mental illness? Sorry guys. Go watch my video on, I made a video called Is Bipolar Disorder Demon Possession? So go watch the video, Is Bipolar Disorder Demon Possession? I saw your stomach. I know, guys, I do have a belly button. I know it's surprising and shocking. Anyways, I made a video, Is Bipolar Demon Possession? Do you have a regular schedule for these streams? No. Is bipolar disorder demon possession? I've thought about being exorcised. I'm sure that if you went to a exorcist, they'd be like, just go on meds. Like, I don't think they would actually address you, and, you know, I don't know. Good night. I hope only the best to you. I came here to troll and annoy people, but I couldn't because you're too nice. That's hilarious. Life would have been better if we had an instrument to measure grace and sin. I don't think so, though, because then we would just judge ourselves and judge each other and compare each other, and I think it's better that God judges all of it and keeps it private. I think it's good. Is epilepsy demonic possession? I roll. Nicest troll ever. I will never go off meds either. Yes, not going off meds game. Keep up the good work, Lizzie. Hope your book drops soon. Washington. I'm 99% medication compliant. I mean, I've gone off meds like 4 times in 4 years, so I would not say I'm 99%. What do you think I am percent if I go off meds? I would say the percentage I've been off meds, this could be a calculation. So I've been on meds for 4 years, so let's count the amount of, like, after I've gone off meds, how long I've stayed off meds. So in 2015, I was off meds for August, September, October, November, December. That's 3 months. Then in 2016, I was off meds May, June, July. Then in 2016, I was off meds January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Oh, this is so bad, guys. I think that's it. And then I was off meds I went off meds, and then my boyfriend made me immediately go back on, like, the next day. Anyways, so I've been off meds 15 months for 4 years. Let's do that. Let's see. I'm gonna do a couch. I'm back. I tried to do some math. So I've been not medicated. I've only been medicated 2/3 of the time. So I'm 60% medication compliant. No, 70%, because 30% of the time I've been off meds. So I'm 70% medication compliant. Everyone should do that. We're body and soul composite. Medication and sacramental should go hand in hand. Have you heard of holy salt? I was so confused when someone said that. I was just like, why would anyone do that? Talking over your friend's Facebook is demonic possession. Is mayonnaise an instrument? If y'all get fever, try not getting any medication, herbal or synthetic. LOL, try it. I don't even know what you guys are talking about. Lizzie, can you do a book recommendations video for early church history? I already have. I have an Amazon shop. It's in my Twitter bio. On Twitter, is it? Let's see. Yes. So go to my Twitter, and on my Twitter bio, I have a link to my Amazon shop, and I have books there that I recommend. So theology books. And I add new books there if I find new books I like. Okay, so I guess with the medication compliant percentage, we can say into the future, I can keep, like, if I'm 70% medication compliant right now, then if I stay on meds for another year, then it, like, increases to, like, 80% or something. So that would be fun. What book are you reading right now? Were you here for the last live stream? I am reading. I have in my bag where I was writing down my video things. I am reading The Interior Castle by St. Teresa of Avila. And I was supposed to finish it last week and I didn't. So sad. I got through 100 pages, so I should actually probably read that tonight for sure. I need to finish it by next week. I need to finish it by Wednesday. I need to get on it and give myself a really intense reading schedule, I think. Justin, Lizzie, have you ever been to Holy Land? No, I have not. I need to travel. Actually, no. I'm so exhausted by traveling. I am not going to travel. Like, unfortunately, I have to travel for like 2 weddings this fall. And after that, I am not traveling at all. I'm so sick of traveling. Like, for the past 3 months, I've been traveling. And eventually, you just like want a bed and a home and rent. And you know what I mean? Falling asleep in church is demonic possession. Oh my gosh, you guys are too funny. Is that a secondhand book? Yes. I was up for 32 hours. That's when I'm manic. I took pills. I almost fell asleep in church. I fell asleep outside sitting in the bench at Walmart. I opened my eyes and the cab was there. Whoa. The Pope might be the false prophet spoken of in Revelation. It's so funny, guys. Lizzie, go to sleep. I'm tired and can't quit now. Okay, I'll go to sleep soon. It's been an hour and a half. I wanted to like at least do an hour and a half. If I do less than that for a live stream, I feel like it wasn't a good live stream. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think I'm gonna go. Applying foundation to... Oh my gosh, this is so great, guys. Applying foundation 2 shades lighter than your normal skin tone is demonic possession. Winging your eyeliner, different lengths of winging is demonic possession. Eating meat is demonic possession. It kind of is. Good night, Lizzie. Email me when you can. 2 hours. I snore too. I take myself sleeping. Snoring is demonic possession. You guys should watch. I heard it. What? Do you put on night cream before you go to sleep? No. I probably should for wrinkle prevention. I was gonna say wrinkle possession. Wrinkles are demonic possession. Just discovered you. I love you. Yay, Casey. Hi. Make sure to click the bell button next to the subscribe button. I once heard someone call yoga pants demonic possession. I'm pretty sure they were wearing pants is demonic possession. Lizzie's channel is almost possession. Okay, basically a while ago, my brother, my sister, and I went to the dentist. He did something and something tasted bad to him. So he didn't swallow his spit. I wanted to spit it out and instead spit over me. Looks like you're wearing a wedding dress, a crop top wedding dress. Oh my gosh. I wonder how Trevor would react if I walked down the aisle and I was wearing a crop top wedding dress. Oh my gosh. He would be like, leave. I'm not marrying you right now. You embarrass me in front of all my friends and family. I just found your YouTube channel. It's great. Yay. Hi, Minty. She just woke up. The way she's like Beyonce, but with a brain. Idolatry is a sin. Praying to dead saints is a sin. Bowing to the Pope is a sin. Being Protestant is demonic possession. I woke up at 7 a.m. this morning, guys. You look nice. Thank you. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go. I'm just getting tired because I'm laying down. I'm gonna go make dinner. I'm gonna make some kale and rice and garbanzo beans. I'm so excited. Being Protestant is demonic possession. Being tired is demonic possession. Get off already. Okay, guys. Sola Scriptura is demonic possession. It's not really good night. I guess it's good night for some people, especially whoever is in Europe who's awake at like 1 a.m. right now, like go to sleep. I dislike Protestant trolls. If you have nothing to say, leave. Not leaving is demonic possession. Why do not denominations don't believe in the saints? Not believing in the saints is demonic possession. Have a good evening. Kale time. Woo woo. If this was my own apartment and I wasn't Airbnb-ing, I would totally cook kale with you guys, but what is your confirmation saint? Irenaeus. Roman Catholicism is evil. It leads to hell. Going to hell is demonic possession. Actually. Believing in sola fide is a sin. Oh my gosh, guys, I have to show you this thing on Twitter. That's so funny. So someone made an icon at their church that was literally Aquinas crushing Martin Luther's head. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Oh my. Okay, I retweeted it. Let's see. Here we go. Look at this stained glass thing that's not an icon. That's Martin Luther. Oh my gosh. And the guy is like, what does he say? Most parishes today wouldn't commission a new window showing St. Thomas Aquinas standing on top of Martin Luther. Not very ecumenical, too divisive. But St. Louis Parish wants to teach an important lesson. Heresies are evil and need to be defeated. Oh my gosh, I should make in my toxic Catholicism video, at the end of the video, I should say, here are some things that are not toxic Catholicism. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna do that for my video. I'm gonna write this down. And I'm gonna include this icon. Things that are not, and then I'm gonna be like, 13 things that are toxic, and then 13 things that are not toxic. 13 things. One of the things I'm gonna say is the not wearing pants. Because it's so bad, it's so sad. I don't wanna wear pants. 13 things that are not toxic. The Aquinas. Oh, one of the toxic Catholicism things too is going to be telling bipolar people to go off meds. Pretty toxic. Aquinas stepping on Luther's face. Okay, guys. John Calvin was demon possessed too. What was I gonna say? Oh, so I was like visiting New York recently, and I was at St. John's University. So come stalk me there. I'm just kidding. So it was so cool because they were like reading Aquinas in class, and I'm used to just saying like Aquinas, Augustine, because like that's what we, gosh, my hair needs to chill out, because that's what we did at Protestant University. But at Catholic University, they're saying Saint Aquinas, Saint Augustine, and it's such reverence and love and respect, and I love it so much. I wish my college did that. Okay, I'm gonna read your comments and then go, guys. Go make food. I'm so hungry. Night, it's 9:20. Good morning, it's 6:20. It's also 9:20 here, but it's the morning. Lizzie, I have to go help at the church, and you don't get off. Okay, I love you guys so much. I'll see you in my next video.